Did you know Napoleon Bonaparte lived on an island after his exile? Welcome back to Timeframe, where we dive into fascinating moments from history. Today, we're exploring a lesser-known chapter in the life of one of history's most intriguing figures, Napoleon Bonaparte. Did you know that after his defeat, Napoleon spent time on an island? Let's uncover the story of his exile and life on that island. In the early 19th century, Napoleon Bonaparte was a dominant force in Europe. Known for his military genius and ambitious reforms, he rose from modest beginnings to become the Emperor of the French. However, his relentless pursuit of power led to his downfall. After a series of costly wars and the disastrous invasion of Russia, Napoleon faced defeat in 1815 at the Battle of Waterloo. This marked the end of his reign and ultimately led to his exile. But where was he sent? The British, wanting to ensure he would never threaten their interests again, exiled him to the remote island of St. Helena. Located in the South Atlantic Ocean, this isolated island was a far cry from the luxurious palaces he was accustomed to. Arriving on the island, Napoleon found himself in a place surrounded by steep cliffs and rough seas, far away from the political intrigues of Europe. Life on St. Helena was certainly different for the former emperor. He lived in Longwood, a simple residence that lacked the grandeur of his previous life. Despite the stark surroundings, Napoleon maintained a sense of purpose. He spent his days writing, dictating his memoirs, and reflecting on his past. He was not entirely alone. A small group of loyal followers accompanied him, and they engaged in discussions about politics, history, and philosophy. Napoleon's time on the island also became a period of introspection. He often reminisced about his glorious past, recounting tales of his victories and contemplating the mistakes that led to his downfall. In many ways, his isolation allowed him to become a more complex figure, moving beyond the image of a military leader to someone who pondered the implications of power and ambition. Interestingly, his exile sparked curiosity and intrigue. Visitors to the island, including journalists and admirers, would occasionally come to meet him, eager to hear his thoughts and opinions. These encounters helped maintain his legacy, keeping his name alive even in exile. As the years passed, Napoleon's health began to decline. He struggled with various ailments, and the isolation of the island weighed heavily on him. Despite these challenges, he remained resilient, continuing to engage with his followers and share his insights. Ultimately, he passed away on St. Helena in 1821, leaving behind a complex legacy that continues to fascinate historians and enthusiasts alike. Napoleon's time on St. Helena serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of power and the inevitability of change. From a conqueror to a solitary figure on a remote island, his journey is a compelling narrative of ambition, defeat, and reflection. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you found this story about Napoleon Bonaparte's life on an island interesting, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Timeframe for more captivating historical tales. Your support helps us bring more fascinating content to you. Until next time, keep exploring the past.